Okay, I want to talk about automation and AI. Now, don't get me wrong. As a non-tech savvy person, I understand that there is a time and a place in the world of real estate for these things. However, when it comes to writing contracts or even just sending emails, not always necessary. Okay, so recently I'm making this video because I've seen a lot of this lately, and I think it's worth asking your agent in your business, where do you incorporate AI? And if it's to write an email, maybe just reconsider. I've seen a lot of error in the last couple weeks, both in contracts and just in emails. I think we can all agree that when you run something through ChatGPT to reword it for you, it's like a dead giveaway because of like the little dashes they put on there. They include words like kindly. You know, most people don't talk like that, right? So it's kind of a dead giveaway. So anyways, I've been working with an agent who, to me, it's very clear that almost every single, even basic email is run through ChatGPT, and it actually has created a lot of confusion in our dialogue back and forth when trying to solidify a close date and an amendment. It's almost like he would write the email, but then run it through chat and then send it over to me without actually rereading it. So it led to a lot of confusion. It's just weird, okay? I just think odd. Another place that I saw it this weekend was on a counteroffer amendment. One of the agents that submitted an offer on one of my listings was using an escalation clause, and when I read the amendment for the escalation clause, it literally made no sense, okay? I even sent it to another agent. I was like, does this make sense to you? Am I just misunderstanding this? No. The way that it was written made it seem like the purchase price would end at $10,000. So again, I feel like something was just thrown into chat and was like, okay, here, this is what I'm trying to do. And then they copy pasted it without actually reviewing what it meant. And it just led to a lot of confusion again. Third thing, automation. There are certain platforms out there that are supposed to make things easier for agents when it comes to writing offers. And again, a lot of it has to do with automation or automatically filling things in. Received an offer where their email body didn't match up with what was in the offer. And when I went to confirm, well, there was an error in the offer because it was done by a certain platform. So again, I just think, if you're interviewing agents and you're talking through like ChatGPT, automation, ask them where they use it. Because again, as a non-tech savvy person, I get it. There are places for it, but not with the basic stuff. It just can't be inserted in some places. So anyways, just some thoughts to share. Always here to share stories. I love sharing stories of what I see out there because I think it's fun, and I think consumers should be aware of the things that some of us agents see and deal with on a daily basis. And that's why it's important to pay attention and work with somebody who pays attention to detail. So those things matter. So anyways, cheers.